Welcome, everyone. Today we are asking what it means for a system to stay correct when the environment stops being friendly. A design can look fine in a demo and still fall apart under concurrency, retries, load, or partial failure. Integrity is not just making something run once, it is defending the invariant that keeps the system trustworthy. Now that we have framed the problem, the lecture follows a simple path. Name the invariant, expose the failure under pressure, gather evidence, and then judge the trade-off in the response. The common mistake is to jump straight to tools or fixes before stating what property actually matters.
So the first move is not to pick a lock or queue or retry policy, but to state what must remain true.
Exactly. Once the property is explicit, the mechanism becomes a defense of that property rather than a guess. A system may look perfectly correct on the happy path, especially in a small demo or a single-threaded test. Pressure reveals the hidden assumption behind that success. One request at a time, no duplicate effects, current state, no delay. Integrity means the invariant still holds when the system is stressed.
Why did it pass before the pressure was added?
Because the baseline execution matched the assumption. The problem is not that the code ran, it is that the execution model was narrower than the real one. That hidden assumption usually lives in a chain. Object state, workflow timing, worker behavior, retries and queues, then the coordination boundary. If any link makes an unsafe assumption, the whole system can misbehave. The failure often appears far away from the original cause, so you have to trace the chain.
So a bug in the worker might really be a state or timing problem upstream.
Yes, the symptom can surface late, but the design pressure started earlier. An invariant is the condition that must remain true across every valid execution. A failure mode is what happens when pressure breaks that condition. The professional move is not to deny the failure. It is to protect the invariant with a concrete control such as a guard, coordination rule, or retry safe behavior.
What invariant am I protecting if I add a guard?
The guard is only meaningful if you can name the property first, such as exactly once transition, bounded progress, or valid state ordering. To defend a claim about integrity, you need evidence a reviewer can inspect. Logs, traces, interleavings, and repeatable tests all contribute different proof. A vague statement like, "it worked," is not enough. We want structured evidence that lets someone reconstruct the execution and see why the invariant held or failed.
What evidence would go into the integrity packet?
The artifact should make the claim checkable. Correlation IDs, state transitions, before and after runs, failure reproduction, and the residual risk after the fix. Imagine the happy path works once, but then concurrency arrives. Now one request sees stale state, a retry duplicates the side effect, and the logs become confusing because they do not clearly identify which operation did what. That is a painful failure because it was hidden by the baseline version.
So the real bug is not just duplicate work, but that the evidence can no longer explain what happened.
Right. Once the evidence is ambiguous, you lose both correctness and defensibility. The protected property here is system integrity under stress. The mechanisms are things like back pressure, item potency, bounded retries, and observability. Each one adds protection, but none is free, so the question is, which control best preserves the invariant while making the trade-off explicit?
Isn't adding a retry or a lock enough?
Not by itself. A mechanism only helps if it matches the failure mode, and every mechanism introduces a cost somewhere else. This comparison helps match the pressure to the control. Concurrency breaks ordering assumptions, so a state guard can help. Retries create duplicate side effects, so item potency is useful. Load creates unbounded queues, which is where back pressure matters. When recovery is invisible, structured logs become essential.
Which option should I choose first?
Choose the smallest control that actually protects the invariant in your case, then defend the trade-off instead of pretending it is free. Here is the workflow I want you to use. Write the invariant first. Reproduce the failure under pressure, not just in a happy path test. Capture structured evidence. Apply one control and compare the before and after runs.
How would I prove the fix actually changed the outcome?
By keeping the failing scenario stable, rerunning it after the redesign, and showing the evidence of the difference. This lecture connects directly to A4 and especially the final integrity packet. You need to show the object or workflow being protected, the failure evidence, the correction, and the remaining risk. In assessment, you should be able to point to the invariant, the pressure scenario, the recovery path, and the trade-off.
So the final deliverable is less about claiming the project works and more about defending why it stays trustworthy under stress.
Exactly. That is the standard for a mature design argument.